verticals. The NVIDIA. If you need the eye at the edge, you talk with Neuronova. Thank you.
Okay. It was a perfect timing, I would say.
Thank you.
And you're doing like something really tough. So all the best with this. And questions.
Grazie. Have you looked at defense market and defense use cases?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's a really, really common question. That's a market that we can see some applications, but that's not the urgency, actually. We need to gain credibility, first of all, and validity of the product in the consumer electronics, but we can shift for sure into defense.
Perfect. Oh yeah, here we have a lead. Next question.
So is this an existing company that's spinning off into a new vertical, or it's been built from grounds up? And how is your traction right now? And where are you manufacturing this chip?
That's built from the scratch, and there are 30 years of research in that field, but like in the eye, and we are targeting that technology in a real market-ready solution, okay? Because until now it was just academia. We are a fabless company, so we manufacture that relying to an external foundry, but the good point is that we don't need the scale node. We need not TSMC and the stuff that needed for NVIDIA and Apple. And we can, for that reason, we can fabricate that in Europe, and that's really cost effective, about a factor 12 in R&D, and then the price of the chip.
It was the second question, so you can talk right after. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you so much.
I think we ship them.
Thank you to you. Yeah, and I would recommend to all the investors to vote and to put on like whatever you can. Then I believe you can put likes. Okay, so the next pitch will be Daniel Tonkopi. Daniel, you know what to do.
Yes, thank you. Hi. Before I start, could you please raise your hands, those of you who is going to get a green card or somewhere in the middle of the process? Okay, like 5%? Yeah, good. My name is Daniel Tonkopi. I'm an immigrant, and my process was of getting green card was really painful. It cost like $30,000 to attorneys and a lot of stress. And as Dmitro Kushniruk said, America was built by immigrants. And all the immigrants come here. And I'm struggling with this. I don't need it, thank you. So I decided to help immigrants to come to the United States without stress, without all this friction. And I've built their product, VisaNow.ai, to streamline the visa and green card process. So we've taught our AI agent, and we gave them 5,000 of successful green card cases and 10,000 unsuccessful. So our AI expert knows how to write and how not to write their visa and green card applications. So then we give their applications to the immigration attorneys, licensed immigration attorneys. They finalize the cases and file them. We started about 10 months ago, and so far we have we have generated about $350,000, and we are bootstrapped. So we are raising $700,000. So basically that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So you definitely can notice experienced founders, but by the timing of the pitch. So now is questions.
How much does it cost, and who's your customer?
Our customers, our main core customers are IT guys, tech people from tech.
B2C or B2B? Are you going through immigration?
We charge B2C, we charge customers, so we charge them $1,500, and then they also pay to immigration attorneys through our platform somewhere between $4,000 and $6,000. So in general, it will be $7,000 to $8,000.
Thank you. Next question.
Is it just AI helping you with the application, writing the application, or does it do anything for you? Is it just filling up documents for you?
It prepares the drafts of the documents, like recommendation letters, like the petition statements, and also the forms. So it pre-fills everything, and like we are doing 90 to 95% of the work, and then the licensed attorney will check everything and finalize their documents.
The last quick question.
Why do you need VC money?
That's a good question. We can and we can grow without the VC money, but our capacity is limited with like manpower. So because we are a startup and we do everything like semi-automatically, like really manually. So we need to automate our platform and to increase our capacity like 100 or 1,000 times.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for your pitch.
Thank you.
So the next one is Infinite Code AI. Gentian Elmazi. Not sure I pronounced your name correctly, but
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, 2 minutes.
just a second to test this one. Okay. Hi, my name is Gentian Elmazi, and I'm co-founder of Infinite Code. We help developers do code reviews in seconds, not hours. I want to tell you a story. Most developers spend at least 5 hours per day reviewing their code rather than creating new code. And this inefficiency costs companies at least 100 hours per month. If you calculate that with an approximate of $50 per hour, that would be $5K per developer. And if we have a company of 100-person software development company, that would be 60% of their budget wasted in reviewing code rather than being productive. It happened to us while creating our own business. That's why we created Infinite Code AI. Infinite Code AI helps you find bugs, code performance issues, and suggest fixes. But it's not only developer productivity that we are tackling here. It's as well code performance, security, and maintaining a modern infrastructure. We started Infinite Code AI started as an internal tool, then we commercialized it since we saw that it solves our own issues. And 2025 has been quite amazing. We have onboarded more than 15 companies that are using Infinite Code AI, 300 users, 1,000 code reviews have been conducted by our AI models, and more than 2,000 repositories have been Infinite Code AI registered. And people love us, from open source to the private sector. Infinite Code AI is the ultimate developer tool out there in the market, from the precision of our AI models to the combination of the features. Both me and Agon, we are co-founders for more than 7 years, serial entrepreneurs with previous exits, but as well, we bring a team of more than 35 years experience, and there are more than 4...
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's questions. We have like one question up there.
So I assume you built your on top of an AI model. Is it your own model or somebody else's model?
Actually, we do have our own models where we do context modeling and code indexing, as well as we use a multi-model architecture such as OpenAI models. Yeah.
Are you in the cloud or you on premises?
We use OpenAI, which is on the cloud, as well open source models like DeepSeek, which are open source.
With all respect, let's do one question, one answer. You can do conversations later, and I believe we have a QR codes and everything else here, and we will follow up you with the startups you liked. Okay, so one more question, and we'll move forward. Here we go.
Are you building a feature or actually a product? Because can't OpenAI pretty much create another small model or do the same thing and plug it into the main model itself that you get it?
Yeah, so OpenAI is more kind of focused on generative AI, and then we are more focused on reviewing code in this case. So I don't want to predict OpenAI vision, but I assume that their vision is doing AGI, which is the next step of AI.
Thank you so much. And we're moving forward. It was a great pitch. A lot of questions. You can follow up with investors later. Olga Grigoryan, Sibyl Health. Welcome, Olga.
Hello, everybody. I'm Olga Grigoryan, the founder of Sibyl Health, the very first precision medicine platform for women's hormonal health. We combine telehealth, AI, and science together to deliver precision medicine for to deliver hormonal care that replaces today's trial and error medicine with data-driven precision. A few years ago, I have developed severe insomnia, brain fog, anxiety. Went to my doctor, who told me it's just stress. Only later I discovered that what I really needed was hormonal therapy. Later I realized that this isn't just me. Every woman is going through this. So every woman after the age of 35 goes through this hormonal shift that lasts up to 15 years. Yet, in the US, there's only one menopause specialist available per every 30,000 women. Pardon me.
It's okay.
Exposing a huge gap in women's care, $184 billion market. My background includes building AI and data systems for the world's largest biopharma companies. And I knew that we could do the same for women by building a system that orchestrates the entire hormonal care journey. It all starts with telehealth visits, giving women fast and flexible access to our doctors. At its core is our proprietary AI system that analyzes each woman's clinical data and recommends precise and evidence-based treatments. Pardon me, I've had a long day. I just pitched at TechCrunch.
It's okay, no worries.
So today we've launched our telehealth services nationwide, and we already started accepting early capital commitments. At Sibyl Health, we've transformed hormonal dysfunction into hormonal harmony with care that's personalized, predictive, and built for women.
That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Olga. So, any questions from the audience? Yeah, we have one more.
Olga, thank you. The topic is really huge, and the problem is there. Can you just drive us through the competition? So, who is doing similar, like maybe Hims and Hers, maybe Maven, and others like?
Right. So our biggest competitor is Midi Health, and what they offer insurance-covered telehealth appointments with the doctors. Our main differentiator is that we are focusing on precision medicine, which means we have our own proprietary research where we discovered hormonal phenotypes of menopausal women. So based on this research that's recognized by North American Menopause Society, I presented it last week at the annual conference. So based on this research, we developed our proprietary AI engine that looks at pretty much at EHR data, all of the biomarkers, symptoms, etc. of this particular patient, and based on that phenotype, our model recommends exact treatment like dosage, formulation, how often you take it, etc. What they offer, they follow standard protocols, which is pretty much, it's like a decision tree, if this, then that, and at the end, all women, they get the same medication, and it takes them three years on average to actually to get to the right treatment, where we say that within 3 months, our patients, they will be on the right treatment. Within the first 2 appointments, you're going to get it. That's our main differentiator.
Thank you so much, Olga.
Thank you.
So the next startup is Serhiy Zatsarny, a startup called Ovul.
That's the spot, yeah?
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Serhiy. I'm a CEO and co-founder of Ovul. We match hormones in saliva and your everyday life. I want to ask you, please raise your hand who has kids. And do you know that sometimes it's hard for families to have ones? This is something that happened in my family when we were trying for that cute little guy on the photo. Same as 3 million families in US. We found ourselves in a position in need to test ovulation and hormone levels daily. In my professional life, I was running Siemens Healthineers, top diagnostics companies. Yet at home, my wife was giving me a urine cup. I was putting inside the pee sticks, checking with my eye. I say, there have to be a better way. So we created OVO. Now you open the device, you put your saliva literally like this here, and we tell what's your estrogen hormone levels are you ovulating or not. So the science behind, you're very fast with this one. So the science behind is almost century years old. The centuries old. Whenever the estrogen rises, saliva dries in a form of very specific patterns. OVO captures the image. We trained AI to recognize those patterns. As simple as that. So we combined proven clinical method and AI in a simple yet patented solution. During a year, 250 women did more than 10,000 tests with OVO. Not only just for fertility, because the estrogen is the indicative for like diseases as endometriosis, PCOS, and menopause transition. We have women using our device for like 100 days in a row. With every new photo, we build the massive data set of dried saliva photos. Behind this is a committed team, including my co-founder Kate, who drives education and awareness, because this part is as much important as the tech itself. We are the winners of many startup competitions, funded by Google for startups. During the TechCrunch event, I have sold all devices I took on me right on the spot. So this is still not the main. The main, we have minimum of 5 babies born with OVO. And
That's
today,
it, Sergey. Yeah.
I was thinking I should have this clicker. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah.
Each time I'm observing your presentation, it's getting better and better.
Yeah.
So let's move to the questions.
Thank you so much for the presentation. My question was, how much does it cost to produce one item, and what is your traction, and what is your roadmap for the upcoming 2-3 years?
2283. This is cost of production right now. We sell it for 179 as a device sale. We also have a subscription component in it. It's 999. Our traction today is 133 monthly average users, 62 daily users. We have sold about, I need to count the very last one, I really didn't count it, about 140 devices right now, and 250 is on the market. So we are planning to sell the next 1,700 devices through the Amazon. We are already listed, now preparing the ads campaigns.
Sounds cool. One more question from the back. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, it was a question about medical regulations.
Yeah, so we are now a wellness device. We don't do any claims to diagnostics. Later on, for sure, we are moving to B2B direction to support the hormone replacement therapy. But now we are selling as a wellness with no direct claims.
Thank you, Sergey. I think we have one more really quick questions. And that's it. I wish you good luck.
Thanks so much.
So the next startup from Lorenzo called Agate.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. I will be quick as possible. So lifting payloads, heavy payloads at work can lead to injuries and lost productivity. And it can cost a company up to $30,000 a year. We developed a new generation of exoskeletons, so wearable robots, to handle these heavy payloads, which means 20 to 30 kilos each. And basically, our technology is intended to reduce 40% of the stress on shoulders and low back, but keeping the smartness, which means that our devices can recognize exactly when there is the event of picking and placing of the payloads, but reducing the power consumption, which means that our devices are lighter and also long-lasting with respect to any other competitors. We are now basically entering the food processing market and the construction sites market, and we already sold 20 units. And for the next year, we're gonna launch a new product that actually we are already selling it for the low back, which is there is the highest need. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
A great responsibility. The last one must be as quick as possible.
Yeah, it was a cool one. Thank you so much. Thank you for your energy. So we have room for questions. Okay.
So where are you manufacturing this, by the way, and like what's the cost of it? do you have any proprietary technology, both on the AI system and otherwise? Definitely food production is a massive opportunity, but are you focusing on European market or the US market?
We started with, of course, European market. We are based in Italy. Starting from the first question, it costs around 5,000 euros to produce them and assemble them. We sell at 9, but now we are implementing a subscription model for the clients because we need to entrust clients. We produce them in Italy, and we are approaching to the US market because the food processing is a huge market for the US, and we basically are working with technology providers for those sectors. So they are the technology providers of our target clients. So we enter the clients through their technology providers.
Thank you so much. More questions? Dear investors, just not forget to vote in your apps. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. We will have like 3 separate prizes later, but for now I'm going to invite here Bank Store. There's going to be a presentation, and Denise Betts will share us about this awesome service which helps hundreds of startups to get as much. Yeah, let's go here.
Hi, I'm Dan from Bank Store. I am a banker. I have spent most of my life dealing with banks. My partners have the same situation. We opened thousands of bank accounts, and to be honest, this process always sucks. Especially if you're a startup with no transaction history, with no experience, with no understanding of how banks work. We decided to improve this. We created a fintech SaaS platform that helps startups, investors, VCs, and businesses that work globally to get easier access to bank accounts and merchant accounts. We have a big data set of real use cases from our past experience about what the banks like, what they don't, red flags, etc. So we calculated all this, yeah, and created an AI matching mechanism. We invite you to onboard to our platform. We create a compliance profile for you. Then we send this compliance profile to our AI matching algorithm, and you receive a short list or long list. It depends on the inputs of the banks that are really ready and like to accept your business. So no occasional suggestions, just everything based on the calculations. And if it comes that your inputs are not that strong and you are not satisfied with this list, we send you to our Be Compliant block, where our AI assistant suggests you what you can do to improve your compliance rate and compliance profile and get more options. This is regarding startups. We're also happy to work with VCs. We invite them to create profiles on our platform, and then they can either get backend tools for themselves, for their structures, or to invite their VCs and investors to be registered. This way, they can be sure that their startups and investors have good bank accounts, merchant accounts, and legal AI support. And also, this is next step of our project. We are working on creating the internal CRM system for VCs when they can track key metrics of their startups. I will be happy to reply your questions if you have.
Thank you, Dane. First of all, thank you for supporting this event and for giving this chance for founders being here. So, questions. I believe this is a great service providing this opportunity for early stage founders. Does someone have any questions here? It was pretty nice and straightforward, and it's clear and it's not a startup anymore almost, so you're doing your job in a great way. Do you want something to add here?
Just I hope that many of the startups that are here today will be our clients.
Yeah, we have one question.
Like, how successful are you with opening accounts for high-risk profiles as a betting industry, you know?
Currently, high risk is not our key target audience, but we have experience of working with it, and we have a lot of solution. We just don't focus on this.
Yeah. Because I know that's a big problem for them, and
It's a big problem, and it's a bit different from what we do. But still, if you have some requests, you can ask me.
No,
Yeah.
I just have heard
Okay.
a pitch for one startup that is building that platform.
I see.
That's cool. I have my mic here. So I think I already have one client for you.
That's great.
Yeah. It's good. You can close this event as a successful one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you then. So as the next one, we're gonna have here a panel, and I would love to invite your friends who are staying over there, people over there, if you can move here and just take a seat, because we will start our main part of this event called a panel. And yeah, I would love to invite here Nick, who is a good friend of mine, ex-Meta, ex-Google, cybersecurity leader, also founder of Know Ukraine, which is providing the huge help to Ukraine. And I believe everyone in the Bay who are Ukrainian know this Know Ukraine. It's like already equal to charity here. So Nick will lead the panel here. And yeah, welcome.
Thank you, Nazar. And please welcome our panelists and take your seats. How you doing? Are you all ready? We're going to talk about AI, and we won't hold you very long. I think we have 25 or 30 minutes or so. And we're going to start. First of all, I'm really honored to be having this conversation with these esteemed panelists here today. And I'm happy to see so many Ukrainian startups and founders and investors here tonight. I'm happy TechCrunch is in town. There's always great networking during this week. So we're going to jump right in, and with each panelist, I want to ask them to introduce themselves and what they're working on in just a few sentences. That will be our start.
Good evening. My name is Chenxi Wang. I'm the founder and general partner of Rain Capital. We are a Silicon Valley-based early-stage venture fund focusing on cybersecurity, AI, and data infrastructure.
Joanne Fedeko. My company is called Connection Silicon Valley, and for 10 plus years now, I help to connect international entrepreneurs into Silicon Valley with a large focus on female entrepreneurs.
Hi everyone, my name is Alena, and I'm founder and CEO of Fuel Finance. And at Fuel Finance, we're building AI CF4, actually financial agents to replace the need to hire CF4 for small, medium businesses.
Thank you. Now let's dig deeper into the AI, and let's identify, in your view, what is the main trend, the biggest trend in the last year in AI, and who is winning from this trend?
From my perspective, it's agentic AI that is the largest trend. Who's winning? You know, I'm a B2B investor, so I look at who's doing work in enterprise, and there are a bunch of companies that are helping enterprises writing and starting agentic applications, like writers.com, and that's pretty interesting. And there are others that are providing a platform for you to build agents on top, and those are pretty interesting too, like Llama Graph.
So I'm going to come at this from a very different perspective and not get technical. I think those that use AI as a thought partner is a very cool way to be using it, and I think therefore us as humans actually get to win the most out of using it in that way.
I will answer from founder perspective that winning is the one who has the best go-to-market. So you can build anything you actually do. You can do it like now, like very easy.
That Google gives a search summary at the top, and in more than 60% of cases, that's sufficient. So people are not clicking through to the websites down there, which is reducing the advertising revenue for a lot of publishers. And that's really reshaping how people access the information. And the new startups that are benefiting from it, of course, are the ones that are training models and trying to do the same thing with AI summaries. What scares you the most and what excites you the most about the pace of this very, very rapid AI adoption?
I can start that what I see at least on the financial market and from financial perspective, because financial people are very conservative. But for the last year, I see that they are not very conservative already. So they like use more and more AI in finance. But also I see that there is like a new trend that from financial perspective, we all have different finance platforms. But I see already that in the next few years, no one actually will use these platforms because we will have different agents for different functions. And platforms, they actually will become mostly like backend. So the same, I think, can like we say about like any search engines or anything you have. So if you have your agent that can do work for you, so if you go to, that's a question, if you will go to some search engines, maybe no, because you will have your agent who can find anything you need and you can train it for yourself.
So for me, it's like the deep fakes that are out there and seeing like the privacy and the opportunity that they have to, you know, access our financial data, our banking. You know, we have to be right 100% of the time, and they just have to be right once. And you know, there's too many cases that I see and hear about, and where humans, just are really getting, you know, taken advantage of. And so I think that's a huge issue. And, you know, I listened to something that Jeffrey Hinton had, an interview recently, and kind of talking about he's putting like his money into like 5 different Canadian bank accounts, you know, just for that case, in case something were to happen. So that worries me a lot. But I'm very excited about, you know, where it can take us and support us.
No, it very much resonates with me with the power of generation of images and video now. You really can't trust anything you see online, right? And the deepfakes are to the level where you really cannot tell the difference anymore. So every time I see some viral news headlines, I assume that they are not real, right? And I try to validate by additional sources or real people I know in that area. And I'm sure you've been doing the same. But we're really losing trust in the facts. And you know, some say you cannot trust the media anymore either, and of course the social networks are just optimized for clicks and virality, right? So.
I think trust is an interesting concept in today's world, today's society. But if you think about human society, we go from isolated villages to people who travel and starting with tales. And do you trust someone who traveled from the next village to you with a tale? How do you arrive to trusting that is an evolution? And for us, we are going through another evolution, we are human to human, now we're human to AI, and soon becoming AI to AI, right? How do we trust a human acting on behalf of an AI is acting on behalf of a human, and that's the one that scares me, is agents are taking actions, autonomous actions, and I think we're not ready because the liability side, the protection side, the legal side are not yet ready for AIs to make mistake on my behalf.
So that's what scares you. What excites you the most? What is the positive development that you'd like to see more of or want to see it come faster?
That's also what excites me.
Because of cyber.
No, because productivity, and there are a lot of things that I wasn't able to do before, now I can do, right? And we did a content campaign for one of our companies. It was very successful and took a lot less manual work to get it done, right? And that's all great. But where is that line, the happy medium that we get productivity gain, but not the scary part? I don't know.
I completely agree, because there's so much of inefficiencies that's in our days. So being able to have those workflows and those agents and using the tools out there to help us. But there's also just like a bit of a learning curve that we have to do, and there's so many options out there for it. It's kind of hard to be able to do both right now. So, but I think there's just huge opportunity from founders at earliest stages as they build companies to really build them way more efficiently than they've been done in the past, and for, of course, us as humans to use it too.
Yeah, I think the speed actually excites me the most, because now everyone can be much faster, because definitely we can replace a lot of manual work. But also from another perspective, I also just like thought today about the question, so what will be like the role of like CFO or financial people. So when I see already AI doing such things, good analysis, recommendations, even like strategic level already is there. So not so good, but definitely it will be like in the next few years. So, and yeah, when I talk to some like financial people who just like started their journey, so I ask them how good they are, because in the next few years they definitely should be very, very, very good. So be better than like any AI. So I think that's like very exciting, but also scaring. So what will be with all this labor market that we have? So because I think AI is fast, but maybe people are not so fast as AI. So that's a question.
Yeah, that's the perfect segue. Oh, go ahead.
I want to add a little bit. So I think it's interesting for us to think about in our society, we typically have a lot of normal people, and we have some people are sort of outliers, right? Maybe it's a bell curve. There's a lot of people. There are a lot of people in the middle, and there's some people are like they're just excellent at a lot of things, and normal people are not like them. Then there are people who are just like bad at everything, right? So that's a normal society. Now with AI, when everybody's using AI, that curve is changing, right? When the curve is like this, it's not a curve anymore. And then when you have competitors, how do you rise up above the noise? It's a really interesting thing, because I can use AI to generate content. You can use AI to generate marketing content. Which one do the customers listen to, right? Today we at TechCrunch, I listened to a really interesting session of, you guys know Cluely, right? The guy, did you listen to that session? Interesting guy. Really interesting, right? So he became well known because he was rage tweeting. And he built a brand super fast. Now everybody's like, dude, we have to do rage tweeting. Everybody has to do rage tweeting. But then, there's no rage tweeting anymore. So what's the next thing? It's super interesting. Right?
Yeah, that's a cool one. And when you asked also about web interface, I thought like maybe we can ask our audience. So how many of you still using Google to search? Can you raise your hand? Okay. And how many use LLMs? Okay.
Google has LLMs too, right?
I mean, I use both. So.
I think that, like, from my perspective, I use more and more LLMs, so it's like much, I think, better. So that's also like scaring what will happen with other solutions. So like how they evolve.
But search has its own. I mean, if I want to look for a source of a specific thing, I search. Because sometimes I write things I need to cite a paper or whatnot. That's search, right? Not generation.
I'd love to prompt you guys to think about.
You're going to prompt us?
Yes, that's the choice of words.
Prompt.
Prompt this collective intelligence, this LLM on the stage here. Do we still need computer science engineers? I hear anecdotally there's a lot of unemployment and fears about jobs and new graduates in computer science. And of course, Cursor and other tools and vibe coding, everything is changing very quickly. So should computer science engineers, programmers be worried for their jobs? Or will AI take these jobs or create more jobs in general?
So, when the ATM came out, people were really worried that we didn't need banks anymore and that they weren't going to be a thing. And we still have physical banks, and it's annoying, but we still have to fucking go into them.
But fewer tellers.
Yeah, fewer tellers, still annoying tellers. Yeah. but it just creates other jobs and other opportunities. So, I mean, I'm not a computer scientist. I'm an accountant. I think that those jobs are still going to be needed, but like everything, it's going so fast, and it'll change. But for as much as that changes, and like the other opportunities, I really fundamentally believe will open up. So,
I don't know. I have not been in a physical bank branch for like 5-6 years. Literally, have not stepped a foot in one.
yeah, but we have other products and solutions
Sure.
and things that have been created. So the ATM was like, oh no, this is a big problem with the banking system, and the banking system just evolved. Is my point. I don't want physical banks either.
Yeah, so there are jobs that are taken away, but there are jobs also being created. So we in cybersecurity, you know, right? Vibe coding is like awesome for cyber. All these vulnerable code being generated faster than you can find bugs for, that's job security for cyber people forever. So
I think that like we can just open like any companies like profiles and see like if they still hire engineers. I will bet they still hire engineers. So even OpenAI and all other companies. So we all say that we will replace that, like humans will replace with AI, but we're still hiring engineers. So let's be honest, we're also hiring engineers. Yes, we like need maybe less engineers. So not so many as we needed before, but yes, we still need them because who will build like all this knowledge? But I think maybe like the role of engineer will be changed because you should be not just engineer, because when you build AI, you also need like to have some philosophical background. So you need to be smarter. Maybe like the role like will be evolved. So you need like much more than just like coding now.
We're going to go to questions very soon, but I just want to give you an opportunity to answer this question. For startup founders out there, what's one move that in the next 6 months they should take to stay relevant? What recommendation or advice you would give them that this is the right time?
you have to be up on the latest AI tools. If you're not using the tools, you're doing yourself a disservice. Your competitors will be using them, so you should know what the tools are relevant for your profession, your markets, and use them and leverage them.
And building off of that, at every single opportunity in your day, you should be asking what AI can be doing this for me instead, and embracing that and leveraging it. But I also will say, because we talked a lot about humans here, is that founders still need to be out there and be connecting and building relationships with humans, not just with AIs.
Yeah, I always will say about go-to-market, start selling today, not in 6 months. So you can build anything for like one day, I don't know, for one evening, but it will take months or years for you to figure out like how to find the scalable go-to-market channels. And I think that all founders underestimate actually how much time it will take for you.
So I think today we look at companies and we said which part of your company you can replace with AI or doing it with AI. In 2 years, maybe 3 years, we'll be looking at a company say, which part of this company we need human?
I think, Aliona, through your startup, you see a lot of financial data for a lot of companies. And of course, Chenzi, through your fund, you see a lot of startups raising capital. So I wanted you to comment on what is the current fundraising environment and what are the valuations doing this year? Where do you see it going forward right now? Is it getting easier or harder to raise money?
I think now like we are in the period that actually we switched from early stage startups as a key audience. So sorry for that. I don't see already this financials a lot, but talking to other founders, I think it was like pretty hard, specifically for different stages. I saw many seed straps, like startups who just switched from raising money to being profitable. The same happened like for Series A because like multipliers changed because when you're not AI, so your multiplier is another, your valuation goes down. So all we know like this mess. But I think that now I see that like there are like much more companies maybe like this year. So it just like started to happen. I see this like boom of raising. And I also think that if you want to raise, do it now, because from like economical perspective, I think that my gut feeling and what I see from the market, so maybe in next year can be late and we will have opposite financial situation.
Surprised none of you suggested if you're on a .com website, change it to .ai to W evaluation.
Well, this is like very much like the 1999 conversation we've been having, right? And they were having these kind of events too. So hopefully we don't have that kind of
saying
bubble
we're in a
bursting.
bubble. Are you saying we're in a bubble?
We are a bit of bubble, I think.
Are we always in a bubble?
Oh, he says it's a big bubble, so.
Any closing words from you, and then I'll open it up for a question from the audience. What else would you like to cover today?
So I think of AI as like a gold rush, right? So when did California discover gold? Anybody know? History lesson? 1849, 49? Yeah. No, 1848 actually. And the reason we have a football team called 49ers is because most people arrived in California in 1849. Now, the gold rush, there were a few people, there were small population people got super rich. But most people arrived didn't really get rich from the gold rush. But who made really consistent, steady income stream and got maybe not super rich, but comfortable and good and well off, are people who sell picks and shovels, because everybody needs them, right? So in the AI gold rush, think about what you can provide to the market is like the picks and shovels that everybody need, and maybe you can be winning from this gold rush.
I love that. I tell founders all the time, because I work with all sectors, is that you're not just competing right now against the founder in your space that's adjacent, that's doing the biotech, the therapeutic, the new food product. You're competing against every AI company that's out there. And so I think it's really critical that companies are looking at what is their differentiator and how they stand out. And again, I think that also goes back to, being in front of people, at the same time making sure you're pretty well known and you have your digital presence out there. So that's kind of my recommendation and closing thoughts.
I would say that take the most out of AI, take like from this AI bubble, build cool AI product, but go to companies, not tech companies. So that's something that we discovered for ourselves. So there are like so many other industries out of the tech bubble, and they don't know anything. Like, you will be surprised about AI. So when you will come to these companies, to these industries, I name it like non-sexy tech industries. So when you will come to them with your solution, with your knowledge of AI, so actually you can build like very great companies. So find these industries and you will be surprised you can build like billion company with understanding them.
One last thing, I think this room, like many rooms, when we're talking about startups, it's not very diverse. And I wanted to ask Joanne, what more we can be doing to help female founders, women founders, and are we doing enough to get that kind of diversity and equality in the CEO space?
There's so much that's been done in the last number of years, which is really great. I feel we have a bit of a step back this year, obviously, but I think just continuing to make sure that it is at the top of mind, that people are being very conscious of it. And I think the women and female founders need to take every opportunity that they can. So sometimes women are like, I don't know that I want to go to a women-only thing because I want to be known as a founder, not as a female founder. And I'm like, take the fucking opportunity. Get in every room that you can. And so the more organizations and groups and investors that will say yes and at least hear pitches and at least give some advice and open up networks to them, they don't need any more mentoring. We need access is what they need. So that's what we can still do more, I think, from that access standpoint. We're over-mentored.
I agree, access. And kudos to you for putting together a panel with a woman investor, woman community builder, and woman founder. So thank you.
Thank you all. Give them a hand. And please raise. I think we have time for a few questions. So if you just raise your hand, and Nazar will give you a microphone.
I'm looking for hands. I see.
Just a comment. So, I cannot see it is that diverse. So, 3 panels like females and only 1 panel is a male. We don't get a men-only events. So I see you guys are like doing a really great job anyways. So.
There's a question over there.
May I add shortly to this, because I realized that we have women panel only when Nick said the last question about it.
I have 2 questions if I can ask 2.
Let's try.
It
depends on your questions.
What are the non-sexy tech industries you think? And what do you see people invest in, like venture capital? In what verticals of AI specifically most money goes into?
I will start. So we found for ourselves like insurance, telecommunication companies, HVAC, so many of them. And you'll be surprised how big these companies can be. And they also can be like fast growing. And yeah, that was actually a surprise. And they are much more stable like with their retention. So to be honest, and like many tech ICPs that we had before. So that's like some of the examples.
I sit on the board of a public utility company, energy utility company, and they are a very traditional business, lots of manual processes.
Not an early adopter at all.
No, not really an early adopter, but so because a public company, they do SEC reporting, and we have a team of 5 people, full-time job, just do SEC reporting. They wrap up one quarter, go directly into the next quarter, and they do the same thing over and over again. And I look at that, I'm like, shouldn't we do some AI? And they look at me sideways. They're like, what's going to happen with these people? So, example of boring work.
And I'll add like construction, mining, very good, and not early adopters on anything, but have money to spend, really need to be innovative out there.
Yes. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Can you, in bullet point summarize version, share your lessons learned and painful lessons that you gathered from your career to share with our founders?
Painful lessons.
Maybe embarrassing.
My lesson would be, if I look back my career, are steps I didn't take because I was afraid. Right? And I could have taken them and could have condensed some of the time that I spent and achieved what I achieved faster and sooner. So that's my lesson.
I hate it when a panelist says the same thing, but like that's exactly what I was going to say is like, just step into the room, go to market, like open the door, like do the thing, try it, experiment, etc. And, just do that and you will get to where you're going in much bigger places. So
I can say that every day is painful. So being a founder, so no surprise, I started to think from this like list of hundreds of painful things that I have, what to choose actually. But I think like was the most like I heard like all the speeches like today and of startups, and I think one only lesson, because I'm originally from Ukraine, that I didn't start like directly at the start from the US market. So I thought also like, oh, maybe we will try like a Ukraine market or a European market. But I think the most painful that I actually needed to start like from the US directly, because it's completely opposite market. You nothing learn about like how to build business like starting from Ukraine or Europe, to be honest. And another key thing that I actually started like build go-to-market motion like very early, but I still think it was too late. So now I think that I even should like to start to build it like 1 year before I started to build the product. So that's actually also another like I think painful lesson from all this long list.
Like US day one is so important. I worked with Canadian entrepreneurs mostly for the last decade or so, and they're too scared to come here, and they get on an airplane from frickin' Montreal to Vancouver, but they won't come here. So come to the US market, understand where the bar is here in particular, and, go to market first here. You can expand to other regions later.
We'll take one more question.
Thank you. Girls, you really inspire me, so thank you first. And I have something in my mind that one of you said about that in some of years we will need to ask in what positions we will need humans more than AI that we are asking, yeah? So right now in your company, what are the positions or roles that human still necessary? And yeah, I want to hear your thoughts about it.
So right now, there are a lot of stuff humans have to do. And I don't think we can automate everything. So there's a girl who's sitting next to me who's my assistant. And I actually went through about 3 months ago. I said, hey, I need some help. And what do? Do I hire an assistant service online? And there are actually ones from Eastern Europe that cost about $3,000 a month. They're quite good. Or I do AI. So I actually posted and I got a ton of people commenting. And I said, okay, I'm going to do this experiment. I'm going to try different AI agents, see if it will work. And I'm going to try a human at the same time. And there's not a comparison. There's not a shred of comparison. I mean, this girl, what she does for me and what AI agent can do for me, it's not even comparable today. Now, in 2-3 years, I don't know. Right? So I was thirsty, and the minute I realized I was thirsty, she brought me water. Can the AI agent do that? I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to say, this like the human connection piece, like we can't lose that, right? Like even though I said open it up with I love AI as my thought partner. No, I'm not going to become like, what's that movie? Her. But I just think like having humans around us as our thought partner is important, but just to stay human. And then also I always say I'm the CEO and janitor of my own company. So I don't think there's someone that's really going to do all the janitorial work. Or take care of my dog.
I think that we need humans everywhere. So our customers are humans. So let's start from that. So I think like that's some creative. So yeah, we have like content part, like everything, like, but also some creatives, the most like, I don't know, ambitious, crazy ideas that we have. So we still create it like with people together in our team. And I think people who can do some not just like basic medium like things, and also like from finance perspective we still need like many CFOs to teach AI how to do like great things. So that's another key point, that all our humans, so we want to create like even like some basic level of AI, so we still need like humans who will be outstanding to create that.
Well, everything great comes to an end, and everything in business should end with a call to action. So I have two for you. First of all, join me in thanking our panelists, Aliona, Joanne, and Chengzi. And please find them on LinkedIn and Twitter and follow them. Follow Aliona, Joanne, and Chengzi and stay in touch with them. And my second call to action for you is, I know you already do this, but please continue helping Ukraine. Please build your startups, invest in startups, donate to charities, volunteer, and continue supporting our victory in this fight. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick, Joanna, Aliona, and all the panelists. It's not AI, right? It's much better. Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah, I believe this like first time I'm seeing a panel like this in San Francisco. Yeah. Yeah, I will definitely. If your panel looks like this panel, yeah, where to sign. Okay, so and now is the moment. So if you can hear me, raise your hands. Guys on the back, if you can hear me, I can see. Raise your hand if you can hear me. Just raise your hand if you can hear me. If you still can, you can, but here's I see Dima and another people. If you can hear me, raise your hand. Just, yeah. Oh, that works. Okay, here we go. Right now I wanna invite to the stage Anna and Voldemar for announcing our winners. That's the moment I'm passing my mic.
I have one.
Okay, cool.
Hi everyone, today is the moment that we all been waiting for, so we're announcing our winners. A few words about me. I'm Anna. I'm coming from Flyer One Ventures. We're investing in Ukrainians and Central Eastern founders, so if you're looking to fundraise, come and talk to me. And we have 3 categories today. The first one gonna be very special, especially for me. You know, as a woman living in the Bay Area, there is not that much female founders. So the first nomination will be the best startup with a female founder. And I have a special person here, Joanne. She just was at the panel. And yeah, we're gonna announce it all together. And yes, welcome on stage.
Depth AI.
Depth AI on the stage. Congrats. Yay. Group photo. Perfect. Thank you very much. The next nomination is going for the best Ukrainian startup. How many Ukrainians right now here at the audience? Yay! Well done. Amazing. You know, it's such a pity that Ukrainian delegation didn't come this year, but it's so empowering to see all of us gathering here at this room. So the best Ukrainian startup pitching today. Oh my God. Are you ready? Yeah. This is Ovul.
Дякую дуже.
Тримай.
Так,
Group picture.
Hey, thanks so much.
Yes. All the winners, please don't go far away. Okay, and the last one. The final pitch winner of today is... I need some, some anxiety. Let's do like this. Yeah, let's go. So the winner of tonight is Neira Nova. Hey, congratulations! All the team, welcome on stage. Come. Picture.
Thank you.
Perfect. And right now we're having a final picture of all the winners and investors with the yellow badge who were voting for the startups are welcome here on stage. And we have small music right now at the background. Two. Yes, please. Yes, we have to fit right now somehow.
Yeah, we can.
We need... All the investors with the yellow badges invited to join us for the group photo on the stage. And organizers. Look at this beautiful woman on the chair. Let's hug. Perfect.
Okay, so it's getting hot here, and it seems this is almost time for drinks. Okay, guys, just like a last minute of this event, I would say that San Francisco Venture Night is only one of the set of the events. And next one, UAtech World Series, is happening in Lisbon at November 12. So if someone is applying for Web Summit, you should definitely be there. And for the end of this event, I want to say thank you to our sponsors. Yeah, this is Spenbase, Reply.io, Service Camp, Distribution Magazine, Connection Silicon Valley, and Data Phoenix. Data Phoenix who doing all this recording. And all the team, that's it. Now it's time for networking.